it. Oh, here you go. I can't call it, bro. I seen you come through. What's up with you, man?
I can't call it, man.
People seen it, but they just don't know.
What I told you, Cutter.
People seen it, but they just don't know. People seen it, but they just don't know. People,
Let's go.
people seen it, but they just don't know. People seen it, but they.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Icon, and we're here on 910 Sports TV once again. First and foremost, I want to thank God for this opportunity to be able to come on this great platform, to have great conversations and great people on. You know what I mean? Today we're doing things a little bit different, man. We're gonna have we're gonna have the debates of all debates. The number one trending topic ever on social media is the GOAT debate. LeBron, Kobe, and MJ. You know, if you go probably back to the 70s and 60s, they might say Kareem. Who knows? Bill Russell. Who knows? But we're going to argue over the three players that's been put in this debate the most probably over the last probably 4 or 5 years, especially since the untimely demise of Kobe. You know, he's been kind of thrown into that debate. So I'm gonna let Michael start it off first, and let me introduce everybody on here. I got my man Michael Quick, you know, fan from Moore County, Hope County area. I got my man Craig Alford, the elder pastor Craig Alford, you know what I'm saying, and I got the ghost from the past, Major Marks. So if anybody from back at the crib ain't seen Major Marks in a long time, I done brought him out. I don't know how I did it, but I brought him out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's good to see y'all brothers. So first, Michael, I want you to go first and just tell me who your GOAT is, why, and then we're gonna go down the line from there.
All right. First and foremost, Icon, it's a pleasure to be on here tonight with you guys, along with Pastor Alford, along with Major as well, just to be able to discuss this topic. As you said, it's the hottest topic on social media. But for me, my eye test says the GOAT is MJ as one, number two, LeBron, and number three is Kobe for me.
Okay. So what makes MJ one, LeBron two, and Kobe? What in that order? What makes that for you?
MJ, that killer instinct that he's always had, dominating the ball, dominating the game on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. And I can say that about all three guys at some point in their career. But for me, Michael didn't cry. LeBron complains quite a bit. Now, LeBron's my guy. But LeBron complains. He could go to the basket. You can breathe on him. And it's like, hey, what's up, man? It's like he's been touched. And I have an issue with that. But LeBron is my number two. And he's number two for me because, I mean, over 41,000 career points, 4 championship rings. And, yeah, a lot of people's going to say, well, he did it with 3 different franchises. But, hey, I mean, all of them played with great players. Jordan played with Rodman. He played with Horace Grant. He played with Scottie. Played with Steve Kerr, B.J. Armstrong, those guys. LeBron played with Wade, Kyrie, Bosh, played with Anthony Davis. But Kobe had Shaq. He had Paul Gasol. He had Lamar Odom, Andrew Bynum. So they all played with great players. None of them did it all by themselves. But for me, like I said, LeBron, I can't just dismiss what LeBron has done in his career. So he's number two for me. I've never been, quote unquote, a Kobe fan, but I've always respected him. The dude's killer. He patterned his game out the Mike. He wanted to kill Mike when he stepped across those lines against Mike on the floor. So his killer for me, you know, he was a great basketball player, but he's still number 3 behind LeBron and Mike for me.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do, fellas. Every time somebody says something, when they get done talking, I'm going to correct a narrative that is kind of like it's a fact, but it's a narrative. It could be a narrative at the same time. So
Right.
Mike said something. You said LeBron cries more than the other two, or one of the most crybaby players in the NBA. So I don't know if y'all know this. Y'all know they had a documentary probably years ago on Jordan, on how he used to cry, and actually when he came back after his first retirement, and basically how they would give him calls, and he actually went into the locker room after a game and asked the referees what's up with all the calls, and the referees kind of told him in so many ways that you're not the guy anymore when he first came back. So this narrative that LeBron cries and Jordan doesn't, or Kobe doesn't, if you're really watching the game, all of them cry to a certain degree or argue with the refs or whatever. Great players, when they're so competitive, they argue with the refs. And Jordan was one of the number one guys back in his time. Because if you listen to Magic them talk about, hell, shoot, if you breathe on Jordan, you get a foul. If you remember the documentary on the Dream Team, talking about, oh, don't foul him doing the pitches. So this narrative that Jordan doesn't cry is somewhat false. But anyway,
I get what you're saying in regards to that, but when you watch what Jordan went through, the physicality of the game during his era, going up against the Pistons, the Celtics, and those guys every year, Jordan got beat to death to the point to where he had to go back, get strong, get in the weight room, and make him turn himself into a totally different player. And after that, Bird, Magic, those guys realized, oh, it was time to get out because they wasn't going to be able to compete with Mike for much longer.
Okay, I got you. So, Craig, you up next. Tell me who your goats are, and order, and then why what's your perspective?
It's so easy for me though, but and then it's respect, but it's just so easy. It's just MJ, and there's nobody close. It ain't even close. It ain't even in the same stratosphere. But and when you say that, people, to me, it's not a debate where I'm knocking none of the other players down at all. I think they're great. My eye test is what I see. My eye test and play test. If I picked any one of them players, who I'm going to pick is going to be Mr. MJ, right? But that don't take away from nobody else. My 1-2 is Kobe, a guy for me. So, man, it's hard. I finally moved LeBron over Kobe, so I got the same order as Quick, dude. But it's not even close. It's not even close. It's even hard to debate sometimes. The numbers, I know they say the numbers are the whole nine, but it's the eye test for me. It's just me looking at them. It is what it is. The biggest thing with everybody now is, the scoring and how many points LeBron scored. But this is something people don't never get. And this is what's funny. When they say LeBron is the best scorer ever, he scored the most points. I said, that don't mean he the best scorer. And they like, what do you mean? I'm like, that he scored the most points. I'm like, that don't mean the best scorers. I've seen people in basketball career that you knew was a scorer, and they can average 20, and you can have somebody that can average 40, but you knew the scorer was the 20 person because the person that got 40 might got garbage buckets. He might average 40. He might play against whoever. He might have a whole lot of points, but he's not the best scorer. You get what I'm saying? So for me, I respect those numbers. But when they add those and say, oh, he the best scorer of all time, no, he got the most points of all time. He's not the best scorer of all time. He's never been the best scorer in any year that he played in his career or still playing. So respect for that. It's just real simple, and it's Jordan, both sides of the ball. Again, it's just I hate to even touch stats, but because I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at what I see. I'm looking at the athleticism. I'm looking at the scoring ability. I'm looking at everything that you wanted to do, he can do. I'm looking at the defense. I'm looking at the instinct. I'm looking at the rebound. If he want to anything he want to do, he can do. And for me, I just like a player that's going to win. Now, I don't necessarily, go over the, people crying or whatever. It is what it is. I feel like all the players, gripe a little bit. But if I'm picking somebody on the court, I'm going to pick MJ. And it ain't even close. It ain't even close for me. It ain't even in the same. It's never been a debate for me.
Okay.
At all.
Got it. Respect. So, Major, what's your order and what's your reason? Well, before you even go, Major, we're gonna take a quick 1 second, literally break.
Okay.
And we be right back after these messages on 910.
Yeah.
Okay, we back here on 910 Sports. Like I told you, the quick break.
Boom.
Whatever is a TV show. So, Major, you tell me what's your order? Can you
I,
hear me,
I
Major?
gotta go with the same order, but
Okay.
you know what I'm saying. I feel like, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Yo.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. I gotta go with the same. Yeah, I'm going with the same order, but the only thing I feel like if Kobe wouldn't have died so early,
Uh-oh.
he would have to be number 2. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
with you.
But you know he died so early, so you know. But he was Jordan's. He was basically Jordan's son. You feel me?
Okay.
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you. So the only push, and it's not you. The only about it is that before Kobe passed, most of the comments, the Stephen A. Smith, a lot of them didn't even have Kobe in their top 10, nowhere close to their top 5. Then when he died, a lot of these so-called either some athletes that played with him, some of the commentators, all of a sudden he's in the GOAT conversation. And I'm like, just because it's like the Tupac Biggie narrative, like they died and all of a sudden you want to immortalize them and make them something that you wasn't making them when they was alive. And that's the only argument that, like, I'm not.
But the thing.
Go ahead.
The thing with Kobe though is he was almost an exact replica of Jordan. You know what I'm saying? No matter what nobody say, he was an exact replica damn near. You know what I'm saying? But I looked up some little stats for you though, just for the night. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Now check this out now. You know, I never knew that Jordan broke his foot. He broke his foot after his rookie season.
Yeah.
After that, he won all the dunk. He won the dunk contest. After that, and he still started getting. Ain't no other player really took no serious injury like that and just continued to do his thing. You know what I'm saying? He broke his jumping foot, his left foot. You know what I'm saying? And the only other thing that kill this debate over Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe is this: the turnover ratio. How can you be the greatest when you lead the most active turnover? LeBron lead the NBA forever in turnovers. He number 1 right now.
Well,
Kobe was number 6. Jordan is number 30.
okay. Now,
So if you go with scoring, you got to go with turnovers too.
okay, so I'm gonna push back on that. Like when Craig just said that when LeBron is considered the greatest scorer because of the points. So if you're gonna hold that, if you're gonna say, okay, LeBron got all these stats because he played the longest, then of course, he may have the most turnovers. Because he actually has the highest percentage.
He held the ball a lot.
More than the other two, and he's played longer,
Right?
way longer than Jordan, especially. So of course he's going to have a high rate or whatever. And then at the same time, the greatest passer, he takes chances with his passes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving him excuses. I'm just telling you what it is. You know
that makes sense.
That's true.
That makes sense. He go another test though.
I'm going off this. When I look that up though, I'm going off this too. The percentage, like Michael Jordan, his most turnovers was his rookie season. That means from his rookie season, he didn't do nothing but get better and better. You feel me?
You talking about from turnover wise?
Yeah, his most turnovers in his career was his rookie season.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? After that, his average is like was maybe 3 turnovers a game, maybe something like that. But his percentage was lower than Kobe and and LeBron, and
But
both of them, they held the ball a lot because they the go-to guys.
passing it. If you never passing the ball, how you gonna turn the ball over?
Like, hey, I got a question too though. So what's your what is, because you talking about GOAT, what makes your person the GOAT though, right? And so, and like I said, it ain't even close to me because I know what my criteria is though. And we talking about even fearing in the league, right? So we talk about his peers that they all play with. Nobody never feared LeBron. Like none of his peers that he played with were never like, oh my goodness. They talk well of him, but they were never like, man, I'm losing sleep. We gotta play LeBron. You know what I mean? And he the best player in his whatever. Like I'm just listening to his peers.
Yeah,
It's the comments that I hear his peers say.
yeah.
So I try to take myself out of it and I listen to his peers, not necessarily fearing just that part, but I'm just listening to what they say about. They compliment him. You gonna say, oh, he's a great player, but nobody was like, man, you Steph Curry got 4 rings on this dude, right? And I know he got a good team, but when Steph Curry finished his career, at the end of the day, I'm like, LeBron to go. He said, oh, I got 4 rings on that guy.
Yeah.
That's hard to beat.
Here's the thing, too.
Okay, well, see, coming from you is different because you like you said, you have Jordan. It's not even close. Like Kobe's not close to him. LeBron is not close to him. It's Jordan, and then whoever they 2 or 3 way behind. So from your perspective is different from everybody else because when you start putting Kobe and LeBron in the same category, and I looked it up with Kobe, just like I looked up my stats too, Major. I looked up Kobe, and he has basically he's had players who've had rings over him. If you look at his career, Duncan went over him. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Through his career, he had Paul Pierce over him. He had the Bad Boy Pistons went over him. So he had other people beat him too. So so in other words, that's another thing. But with Jake, what's going on? What's going on, man? So basically, what we doing
What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
What's up? What's going on?
Now,
Man,
let y'all know before Jacob go. My thing is 1 and 1A. LeBron, Jordan, Kobe's not even in my top 5. He's not.
What?
Been a Kobe fan. I've just never had. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Kobe before and Jordan. So to me, when we seen LeBron, we never seen that. We seen Kobe before with Jordan, and it's other reason behind why Kobe is not my GOAT. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But if when people put Kobe in their GOAT conversation, I understand. He's just not in my GOAT conversation.
Yeah.
So
Right.
but go ahead, Jacob. What's your choice?
Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. That's always gonna be my. I feel like Jordan changed the game. I feel like Kobe he's a maximizer of what Jordan did in changing the game. I'm just gonna say, when Kobe was on the court, he's like Jordan. Even though you couldn't stand him, you wanted to see him play. Like I know, people that's younger than me. They will leave the basketball court to go see Kobe play, especially when he had that mini throw. When he looked like he was Florida Evans child. Listen, man. When that fella looked like he was just reckless out there, you know what I mean. And then, man, I think Kobe hold people more accountable. Kobe will tell you, man, you fat, you lazy, you out of shape, man. What are we doing here? You know what I mean? He wasn't, dude that be like, oh man, that's that man business. Nah, man, when I say soft ever, I don't mean play. I mean a lot of people are mentally soft. It ain't physically soft; they're mentally soft. You know what I mean? And when you're mentally and intellectually soft on the court, it shows. Cause you cry about everything. You got the Ben Simmons effect. You know what I mean? You know, I just seen the post of Gabe Vincent. You know, he crying. I don't fit into L.A. Make yourself fit into L.A., man. What are you talking about, man? You grown. You know what I mean? You know, back in the day, you would have got slapped by Charles Oakley, for real. You know what I mean? So my thing, man, is like the young man said. Jordan broke his foot, maximize the game, and just like the era of basketballs are different. You know, Jordan played in an era where it was hard no defense. You know what I'm saying? You know, because even nowadays, I'm glad these older people going on the podcast, the older basketball players, because you know those are testimonials. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're gonna have testimonials on how LeBron maximized the game of getting people paid. You know what I mean? Because the half of the people that he didn't got paid really don't deserve it. You know what I mean? So with him being on the court, I think he does make people look better. You know, but I think, you know, playing with Mike and Kobe, I think it's just on a different stratosphere, man. Like you know, I'm no Laker fan, man, but I just don't feel like people can say they can have a conversation, but Mike, Kobe, and LeBron got to be in your conversation of basketball. If they're not in your conversation, then it's quite obvious that my eyes and your eyes watch something different. You know what I mean? And
That's
yeah,
it.
back to the commentators. You know, they want to get a man his prop. I just really think that was hate. You know what I mean? I think that was pretty hate. Even the commentators held that against Kobe on what happened in Colorado. It wasn't just about his basketball skills. They held that against Kobe. You know what I mean? You know, cause how can you not mention him and you talking about basketball, man? That's ridiculous. As Mike Tyson said, that's ludicrous. You know what I mean? For real, for real.
Well, we're going to take a quick break because I got to get at Craig on something where he said. So we're going to right back here on 910 Sports. Okay, we back here on 910 Sports. So when Craig said, now, Craig, you correct. Players don't really fear LeBron because LeBron doesn't carry himself in that way. He's more wants to be like cool with everybody. He's that kid in school that's a great player, but cool with everybody, like he was when you was in school. But we ain't gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when them guys, everybody love whatever. But anyway, so. But I will say this: it was a certain level of fear because when people create this narrative that LeBron created a super team, that's false. Boston created the super team. You know
Boston
what I'm saying?
who?
Boston Celtics.
Which Boston Celtics? Talk about it. Which Boston Celtics?
Allen.
No,
Kevin?
man.
What
No.
you mean?
No, man. No, man.
Super
Super teams were created way before then, man.
No, I'm talking about that era. I'm talking about doing that era. I ain't talking about when Matt and Bird and them. I'm talking about doing LeBron's era. The first team that had the big three was the Boston Celtics. And when people caught, and they were in their prime because they was 31, 32 years old. They were in their prime. So they created that team because of LeBron. And then Golden State did it, and then other teams started doing after that. So it created a domino effect to beat him. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't see how we say throw Golden State in there. They won the championship for KD. He was just a missing link. You know what I mean? So I don't say that they had a super team.
But
you know what I mean? Because
when they
would they have won it if Kyrie hadn't got hurt though?
Yeah, exactly. Kyrie and Kevin Love got hurt.
That first season?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we do hypotheticals, the next year when they was healthy, if your boy LeBron, okay, don't get them to go back and get Draymond suspended, they win that series 4-1.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like that narrative because
What,
okay,
what I'm just saying, if you're gonna say, bro, if you're gonna say that they got hurt, I'm just saying, there's no way that if, and we know we're talking hypotheticals, there's no way if Draymond not suspended for game 5, they win that game.
Man,
That game don't go 7. That game is over.
Yeah, but
It's over,
Draymond was
bro.
out one game.
It's
Draymond
He was out
over.
one game.
I
He was
know.
out
I get
one
it.
Could
game.
be suspended every time he do something. Every time he do
I-
something.
no,
Draymond
I get it.
Green, man. Oh my God.
yeah. You had two. I don't believe in that narrative because you had 2 times to win one.
No, but it's momentum though. I mean, NBA Finals, you know how it is in general, right? So they win one, then the momentum shift to Golden State. It's just part of what it is. I get it. They had 2 chances. I agree completely. LeBron had a phenomenal game 7. So, I mean, I hate to talk about him because I have to knock him down. I'm not trying to knock him down. He's just not even close to Jordan. It ain't even close. He can be good by himself and just be down here 3 or 4, whoever you want to call him, he'd be fine. But they don't win that championship.
He had a final 3 games of that series. You know what I mean? And so we didn't got all that. I'm gonna flip it up a little bit. So now we're gonna talk about the clutch narrative of all of this. Because that's all one of the biggest arguments is LeBron not being clutch. And the other 2, Kobe and Jordan, MJ being clutch or more clutch. So we're gonna throw it back to Mike. And you tell me if you believe that narrative, if you do, why, and you just give me your perspective on that whole thing.
I don't believe he's not clutch because you don't go to 8 straight finals and not be clutch, in my opinion. Did he have that killer that Mike and Kobe had? No, I didn't see him wanting to demand the ball to take over the game, take over late in games. Like Jordan, if Jordan and Kobe, if it came down to a last shot, those 2 guys want the ball and they telling everybody else to get the bleep out the way so they can get the shot off. Now LeBron going 9 times out of 10, he gonna make the correct basketball play. But I would like to see LeBron do more, take the ball to the basket in the end and put somebody in the hoop. That he's that strong and that powerful. He could end games just like that.
You know he gonna pass it. You know he gonna pass it. Here, you take it.
He gonna pass.
Okay,
Right.
so Jacob, this is what I'm doing. Anytime somebody say something that's fact, I'm going correct it. So probably maybe I would say 3 years ago, because it's probably not the same stat now because LeBron has played astronomically numbered 20 years at this point. So probably about year 1920, they started bringing up the stat that LeBron percentage and of I guess you want to say time moments, the last 2 minutes of the game, his percentage and how many shots he made was higher than Kobe and Jordan put together. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people may not know that.
I did.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, I'm not saying he's more clutch than Kobe and Jordan.
You can't.
What I'm saying is the narrative that he's not clutch is a false narrative. Now, will he just take the ball and want to take the shot every time? No. But have you seen what he has? Like what's that one year when he had Steve Black as a coach and he tried to find a play for somebody else, and it was a big deal about LeBron going to huddle saying, "No, you better give me the doggone ball."
Mm-hmm.
So he has had his moments where he say, "Give me the ball," and get out the way.
He's had 3 moments out of 20 years. You are.
Oh my! There you go.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah, bro.
3 moments out.
Really, but listen, man. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. That he's get you involved first and then I shoot. You know what I mean? I ain't saying nothing wrong with that narrative.
Okay. Let me ask you this. When you say 3 times out of 20 years, so we got clutch shots, we got clutch moments of whatever. So LeBron, if San Antonio, Golden State, Detroit Pistons, Boston Celtics, all those was Game 7 moments that LeBron probably had some of his greatest moments.
Right,
So,
right.
whole thing, Jordan has never been to Game 7 in the finals. I get
That's right.
But when LeBron has gone to Game 7s, he's always showed up. and most likely triple doubles, like high triple doubles, 30 points, 10, 11 rebounds,
Yeah.
15
Yeah.
assists. So he's
Yeah.
had moments, maybe not necessarily always the clutch shot.
I'm just not understanding why he entrusted so much in his teammates. Like the teammates that he entrusted in, I don't think the Easter Bunny would trust him.
But that's because he was taught. If you watch, I watched LeBron from day one, like high school.
I have too. I have too.
LeBron from middle school. That's the way he taught how to play. He always played that way. You know what I mean? He started doing that in the NBA. LeBron always played that way.
But the teammates are not trustworthy basketball players that you can trust. A lot of them wasn't, man. A lot of them wasn't. You know what I mean? He's faster, he's stronger, all that than everybody else, quicker than everybody else, more agile than everybody else. I know for a fact, if he take that ball to the cup and put that thing in the basket, ain't nobody stopping. He gonna get and one every time. Yeah. Don't be dumping the ball off to one of them people that shoot under 29%. Get out of here, man.
All right, what you got to say about it? I see you.
They're making all the points, man. I'm with them, man. So that's why I just say just the perspective on the GOAT part of it, man. He just don't do it for me as a player like that. Like you can put him on the team, but as far as the clutch is what I call clutch. I want my player to be like, listen, we either riding with me with the ship or we sinking with me. I'm about to take this shot, however, right? But I might give it to you if they double me or something, right? But it's just what it is, man. And we looked up stats too, though. I looked up some stats too with MJ. If y'all look at those stats, and I don't like to do them stats because when you really get into them, it's kind of comical. Because numbers a lie on some parts of it. Like you'll look at LeBron's numbers stacked up, and they'll get stacked up, and they'll look like he got a lot of numbers. But when you look at as they do them player percentage stuff out now, and Jordan with him leading with scoring titles and defensive player of the years and leading the league in steals and all of this stuff, and people say, well, he wouldn't shoot the three. He can shoot the three if he needed to shoot the three, but he not like my man just said, like bro just said, Jordan. Clutch is this. If you can't guard me out here, then I'm going by you. If I gotta shoot a three, I'm gonna shoot a three. LeBron is like, I'm gonna let you off the hook every time. I'm stronger than you, but I'm still not gonna take you. Like 3 out of 20 is crazy, bro. When I'm better than you for all these years, I'm not. I know that's not the exact number.
He's just the new age. He's just the new age Magic Johnson. Nice.
Yeah, I'm like, he got if he clutch, he got to kill me. I need him to kill people all the time. If y'all can't guard me, I'm putting you in the bucket every single time till you guard me. Because I'm LeBron James, but he can't. He don't do that. And I know that's not how he plays. So that means he can't be my GOAT.
Okay, we gonna right. I'm gonna come back at y'all on that one real quick. Like I said, I don't necessarily. Well, we'll be right back. Okay, we back here on 910 Sports TV. So basically, when you were saying that he's 3 for 20 over the last, I guess you were saying the last few games, what you talk about, right?
Yeah, just in general. I don't know what the stat is. I'm just saying, just in general, like we know he's the strongest, the most agile. The brothers just said it. So why would you not make people pay, right? But he don't. Consistently, he don't.
And I would say this because you play basketball, a lot over the years, and so you kind of know how this could be for LeBron. LeBron is 40 years old in year 22, so times he knows his body more than anybody. I think he probably knows his body more than any athlete in history other than Tom Brady when it comes to just being where he's at physically and not having injuries and be able to still play at a level he's playing at. So I feel point he can't exert the energy to drive to the basket because of the fact that he doesn't have that motor at the same that he used to have, so he has to pace himself at times. Now I'm with you. I
agree. And I'm not holding this last 7 years against him. I understand he didn't got older. I'm talking about previous years when he was prime LeBron. He wouldn't. You get what I mean?
Right.
He wouldn't, like, for instance, like I tell you, like you brought on with the Detroit series when he had the 25 in the quarter, right? And he just went crazy. And I'm like, why this dude just don't do this every single time? Like,
Yeah.
but he didn't. Like, if you can do that, you should better do that until they stop you. And so that for me made me be like, man, I love this dude, but it ain't even close.
Especially when that was the most physical
Team.
defensive team in the league at that time. That Detroit team was the most physical in the league, and he dominated them. Like, he made them look silly.
Bro, listen, man, what he was able to do to Washington first, and we forget how good that Washington team was.
Right.
You talking about Stackhouse, you talking about Gilbert Arenas, you talking about Butler, you talking about Hayward, you talking about Calvin Chaney. Like the team was stacked. For him to do that to Washington and go back and do that to the most physical team in the league, which is Detroit. Like I said, this animal, but like Craig said, we wanted to see that LeBron all the time. And had we seen that LeBron all the time, I don't think we would be talking about him losing that many finals. Just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
What gets me about LeBron is Jordan went and worked on his post game as he got older in his career. LeBron has not done that. And I mean, that alone would have killed other teams had LeBron did that. Had he worked with the Dream a lot more than what he did, it wouldn't be close. It wouldn't be close. LeBron want to jack up a three. He wants to jack up trays.
Let me ask you this, Mike.
Yes, sir.
If LeBron, let's just say LeBron would have focused more on the post early, let's say the last 6-7 years, do you think he would still be able physically to hold up to be here now?
Yeah.
Yeah, because as strong as he is. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
6'9", 277. Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then back to something else y'all said. Okay, you stated that LeBron over the course he's pacing himself. We're not asking him to attack the basket for 48 minutes. But if that game is on the line, man, he can go to that basket in the end. You can muster up some energy from somewhere and stuff somebody in the basket to win a game for your team.
Yeah, you're right. And that's one of my things about LeBron that sometimes make me mad is when I'm like, LeBron, especially if it's like a 1-point game. I get it. Like last night I was watching the game, he's playing against the Hawks. He played 47 minutes, go for the win. I get that. But if it's like a 1-point game, then drive to the basket. You know what I mean? Or whatever. So
let me just say this, Icon. Let me just say, since we talking about LeBron, Jenny Poppins and Rob, I don't know, have failed LeBron.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Rob need to go. That's what they need to call him.
They have stolen his last 4 to 5 years.
Yeah. They have definitely failed LeBron in more ways than one.
Man,
because there's trades that they should have made. Yeah, man. Yeah. And I'm gonna say this. I ain't on front, man. They actually failed Kobe his last 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out of all the blood and sweat Kobe put into that LA franchise, the Lakers always failing somebody, man. They for real, man. That franchise is nothing like the franchise that we grew up watching. You know, as kids and stuff. You know that man turned over his grave and smoking a cigar and asked for some cognac right now. You know what I mean?
Magic tried to tell them when they made the hire for Rob Pelinka.
Right.
That's why Magic walked away.
Yeah.
He tried to tell them.
Yeah.
Magic had the franchise going back in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they hired Pelinka, Magic said, I'm out. He didn't want to touch it anymore.
Yeah. So we gonna
cause for somebody who don't know nothing about basketball, like I'm like, you hired him because he's Kobe's best friend because him and Kobe ate some little Debbie's together. That's why you want to hire him? Get out of here, man.
Jacob.
I love it. I love
it. We're gonna be right back. Okay, we back here on 911 Sports. Switch narratives. We're gonna switch storyline. We're gonna go to errors. Now, I want to say this. you hear Kevin Garnett, you hear Paul Pierce, you hear certain players talk about the different eras as far as soft and be, the 80s and 90s. And
Low
now
management.
I feel like certain players can't really put themselves in that category. Even Kobe can't. Reason why I say that is because the thing about it is when LeBron came into the league, the time he came in the league or whatever, Kobe ate off that soft era. So he was part of that soft era. Dwayne Wade, even Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce and all them was in a prime era that they saying was soft. So basically, if you're saying that's soft, then you have to put yourself in that. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing, not saying you're soft, but you can't complain about the league being soft when if you're going back and saying over the last, it depends on when you say soft started. So if you're saying soft started 5 years ago, 10 years ago, that's different. But if you're saying soft started way back like the beginning of 2000, then all these players that call the game soft now was part of that era. So they're part of the problem.
No, I can't stop trying to manipulate the situation.
No,
No, stop, man. No, yes you is. Yes, you is trying to play Mr. Psychology. Yes, you is. We ain't talking about no 2000, man. We talking about the Ben Simmons. We talking about the Ben Simmons, Jiffy Miller era. That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about, man.
What is that?
Huh?
What year is that?
Man, I don't know, but man, LeBron played then, so we ain't talking about then, bro. We talking about this new era. So, even though LeBron has had to scratch his head about some of these players that get drafted in the NBA, that's all. They have now. LeBron has witnessed in the last 7 years that this is NBA/European. You know what I mean? Because they have made this a Euro League. You can't touch nobody. Man, you like when was it not cool to have bruisers in the game, bro? You know what I mean? Now you can't do nothing. Like people barely want to watch the NBA now because it's too soft. You know what I mean? Like all these European and the Czech Republic and the Norwegian and the paper cut three-point players, man, make this league soft, man. Get out of here, man.
So Craig, let me ask you this question. So basically, the reason why I brought this up. So I think it's 2002 or 3, they got rid of hand checking. So was that what made it soft, or was it something else for you?
I just think it's like you said, it's the era, it's the players more than anything. That's just like I know they switched the rules. It is what it is now. And they took all the way to hand checking and stuff like that. So like you could put some players and like they could have played back there with Jordan them or bring them up here, however you want to call it. But just some of the players, man, they so soft. Like bro just said, man, like Ben Simmons and them, man, and this low management stuff is just crazy to me. And I know they protecting franchises and all this other stuff, man, but we just didn't come up like that. Like if MJ, I know we went back to MJ, like you got to, and even Kobe, like you can't get them jokers out of a game, man. Like they were not sitting out of a game. I looked at a stat with MJ, man. He only missed so many games, like over his career, bro. Like you couldn't get them out of a game. So, it's just of course they switched it. They want to speed it up, make it a Euro League, like bro said, man, and make it more entertaining. But this is how I could say the indictment on it is for me, bro. If it ain't, I can't tell you the last time I watched a full game unless until the finals come. Because I have to watch the finals, right? But I'll look at it a little bit and then I just can't watch it, man, unless it's a player that I watch. I used to watch Kobe when he was there. I would watch him, and I'm gonna watch Steph to see what he's gonna do or whatnot. But and still now I won't even watch a whole game. So and I love the game, bro. You know me, I came up in it as a peewee, but I can't watch it like that. It's just completely different. They just running, shooting threes. and it's just no nothing, man. You can't touch nobody, and so I don't know. I don't got the answer, bro. I know they stopped the hand checking, but I think it's just the players, and the players they play like that too, man. They don't want to be touched, and they
Now,
whining. It's crazy. They
now, let-
stuff that you say is a foul, and they be like, I tell you this, sometimes even when they get fouled, the way I know you can sell a car, but the way they be acting like they got killed, and I'd be like, man, I can't take it. I can't watch that. I'd be like, come on, man, you ain't get killed like that, bro.
okay, so just like parents, let me ask you this, Craig. Just like
Uh,
parents. So what is it? Is it because I've hearing this over the years, and me and Jacob can attest to this now.
yeah.
AAU coaches, and the thing about it is a lot of this starts at AAU level with the way he I'll give you an example. Mando Baycott. Mando Baycott was basically he was forced to go back to Carolina senior year, not necessarily because he wanted to, because they wanted to make him develop a 3-point game. We know Mando Baycott, old school big man, but they told him that's why when you seen that last year, you probably was disgusted when you seen him shooting threes at times during the game. That's because the scouts wanted, you know what I mean? So they forced him to do that. You know what I mean? So to me, you right. Some of these players are just soft just because they soft, like Ben Simmons and a couple other ones. But I think some of it has to do with the way it was raised up in this AAU circuit.
I can imagine. You even were looking at recreation games now, man. It's just what it is. Like you got kids just shooting, and that ain't even their skill set. It's just what they're taught, and they teach them a 2-point shot is a bad shot. Now you get what I'm saying? They either shooting a 3 or a layup, or however they die, and it's just like, nah, man, that mid range still sweet, bro. So it's that mid range is still sweet. So but like you said though, that's how it's taught, and it's just different, man. It's just completely different. So skill set wise, it's completely different, right? So to go back to the debate or what you think about your GOAT, like if we talking about skill set wise, it ain't even close with Jordan's skills in LeBron's skills. Like, we talk about how he learned how to play and he passed the ball. Jordan can do that. We know what he did that year when he did a triple double. And if they want to bring that stat up, if he wanted to do that, but skill set, scoring, moves, agility. I know LeBron is athletic in the whole nine, but I'm talking about basics, post moves, skill set where if you had to go guard Jordan, he got counter moves, he got this move, he got, you know what I mean? If you get up on him, he gonna go by you. If you get off of him, he gonna shoot a 3. And hearing his peers talk about him, it ain't like that with LeBron. They not worried about his skill set as far as like, can I stop him with a move? Now, if he put his head down and come to the rack, they know they can't stop that. But if they can get him out there, they ain't worried about counter moves. They ain't worried about that type of thing. All of that stuff, man. Skill sets, it ain't even close.
Well, I think with LeBron, you're right. You 100% right on the skill set part. But what I think with LeBron, what most of his peers say is the thing that makes him great is he affects the game in so many ways. Whether it's with his assistant, whether it's making players better, whether it's at times when, if he has a rebounding, blocking shots, different things. So he doesn't have to affect the game just by scoring, you know what I'm saying, all the time. He can affect the game other ways. I've heard all the players say that, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to him and what makes him so great is the way he can affect the game in so many different areas. You know what I mean? So I think that's the difference between the two. But skill set wise, as far as nobody's on the level. Even to me, Kobe, skill set wise, wasn't as good. Only thing I think Kobe had over Jordan was probably he was a little bit better mid-range shooter. You know what I mean? But other than that, I think that's the only thing he had over Jordan was the mid-range a little bit. You know what I mean? But that fadeaway, Jay, that Jordan created his last 3 years, like that, the 96 through 98 years was ridiculous. Now, basically, say about eras, do you believe all 3 players could have played in any era? Because you hear that about certain players can't play in this era, that era. And because I heard somebody say, I think it was Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. They was doing, I don't know if y'all seen it. they did a sit down with Steph and Clay, and they were saying that even Isaiah was saying that he don't feel like certain all-star big men back in the 80s and 90s could play in this era because of the skill set they ask these players to have now.
Ain't but one skill set though. They just want you to be 7'2" and shoot 50% from three. That ain't a skill set. That's ludicrous.
It's their skill set. It may not be your skill set.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The European League, man.
But think about it. They could play in this era faster than any other big man back in the day, based on what they're asking big men now. Think about
if I just think a big man should play low post and have the 17-foot like Pat Ewing and Dave Robinson and Elijah one. You know, you know what I mean? Like you asking a big man to come way out there on the perimeter and shoot three. Okay, if they shoot some every now and then, and if they keep their skills sharp, okay, that's good. But to really ask somebody in college like Emmanuel Bacot to change his game because he can't shoot. Like I said, I told you, I seen him play the other night, man. You know, he developed a great little 17-footer, and that's all he need. Like, that man 6'10", why is you asking him to shoot these threes, man? That really makes no sense to me. So, you know, it's so many players that's been playing out of position, man. You know, as if you ask me, man, KD been playing out of position for a long time. He's no power forward. He's no center. You know, he a swing man. You know, the three are the swing man, if anything. So, and then you know, I'm just waiting for Toronto to just kick Kawhi out the door. You know, cause only thing they can get out of Kawhi now is that ridiculous laugh.
You said they can get out of Kawhi's what?
Is that ridiculous laugh he got?
that joker boy.
I'm gonna let Mike answer this question, man. Okay, we back, Mike. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, personally, I think all three guys could have played in any era. LeBron could have played back in the era with Mike and those guys because of how smart he is. He would have adapted. Just his basketball IQ. Some of these guys today, their basketball IQ is in the tank, if you ask me. Now, one thing I'll say to Jacob, I do like versatile players. I don't mind my big guy being able to step out and shoot a three or be able to handle the ball from the perimeter. I want that. But if you think about, like, okay, you brought up Armando Bacot. You think about the North Carolina Tar Heels over the last 10, 15 years. I'm a Tar Heel fan. Craig and Icon E, I know they're Tar Heels.
Me too.
Our bigs are not taught to play at the next level. We're taught to play in college and win national championships there. If you think about the guys over the last 10 to 12 years that Roy Williams has had, Hubert Davis has had, Bryce Johnson was the most skilled out of those bigs. He got drafted, but he lasted 2 minutes in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Day'Ron Sharpe is the last of the Tar Heels from the Roy Williams era that made it to the league. He plays, but I mean, you don't hear about him. He doesn't make an impact as far as big guys.
Right.
Armando Bacot is not in the league right now.
He is.
In the league now.
He's on a two-way. When I say in the league, I mean in the league.
Okay. From a contractual agreement of standpoint, that's what you mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
But now, I feel like they all could have played too in any era. Kobe, LeBron, and Mike. Now, in today's era, Michael Jordan averaged 50 or 60 because, I mean, that's just the way it is. He would average 50 or 60 in today's era.
Yeah, because you couldn't touch him then, and you definitely ain't going to be able to touch him now. So, yeah, he might average 70.
Wait a minute, you couldn't touch him back then. Jordan got beat to death, man.
Yeah, no. He got beat the first part of his career. his younger days.
Yeah,
but you know, once he got past Detroit, and once the Knicks feel like, man, we don't need to beat him there because we can't guard him no way. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, man. You know, like. And if you know today's league, the real physical players, they kicked them out. The real physical players, they kicked them out. You know what I mean? Just like I seen a clip of Patrick Beverly. The NBA made him change his whole game, man, because he was a shooter. You know what I'm saying? He was a shooter. He could handle the ball. But so it's certain players, the NBA make you change your whole game. You know what I mean? You come to college, they make you play one way. You know what I mean? And I said that how did Rodman average that many points in college? And they just got him being a rebounder and a cleanup man in the NBA. So it just, I guess it depends on what team you fit with and what they need and man, you know, I just really think with that being said, a lot of them, like I said, it's the Euro League, but a lot of the owners are soft now too, man. Man,
their mindset is totally different.
They just give players money and don't hold players accountability. You know?
Yeah, they ain't trying to win.
They
ain't trying to win.
Let me ask y'all this question. So I get about the softness, I get about the rule changes. And me and Jacob talk about this all the time. And I say this, I said another reason why, because back in the day, you think about it, Jordan probably for his first 6-7 years was only making $3 million a year on his contract. Then he finally got that $30 million deal. I ain't talking about off the court, I'm just talking about on the court. He was only making $1 million a year. These players are making $50-60 million a year. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if I'm an owner and if I'm paying somebody $50-60 million a year, I'm going to do everything I can to take that asset. So if you only got to play 40 games to get me to the playoffs, this is what you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you Kawhi somebody that get hurt, or Anthony Davis when he chip a toenail, he out. I'm definitely going to protect that asset. So we got to make this game soft, because I'm thinking all them owners get in the room and say, listen, we can't have these players getting clotheslined and all this other stuff in the air, and I'm paying you $50 million. I guarantee if they was playing Jordan $50 million, you know what I'm saying, throughout them years, they would have took the bad boys wouldn't even start at all. They wouldn't even got close to playing like that at all. You know what I'm saying?
They cheating the game though, man. They're cheating the people who pay their salaries.
I'm just giving you a perspective on why.
No, I get it.
Changed.
Yeah. And the money relative though. So $3 million, the money only higher now because the league got, money got involved, right? So $3 million was a lot to them then at the time. You get what I'm saying? So that still was a good investment for them. And I understand that the numbers are higher, but then you talk about with the players, Jordan, as the documentary says state, you couldn't have kept him out. I don't care what you was paying for him. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting out no games. Y'all not gonna do that. What y'all thinking? I'm about to give y'all the business. Like he was giving his owners the business. Y'all not keeping me out. I'm not cheating the game, right? He's not gonna sit out games. He's just not gonna sit out games. And he don't care what he was worth in the whole nine. And so and like you said, it's a just different concept. These owners now, I don't even think they want to, they are cheating the game. They don't want to win. Right. Sometimes they just, you be like, these jokers ain't even trying to win. They just, and I'm not mad at the players. They getting the money that their market say they should get. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you play the game to play the game, then I'm like, come on, man. They money guaranteed, bro. Yeah. It ain't like NFL. They money guaranteed. So the point.
Let me ask all y'all guys a question.
Okay.
You said if a big man can't shoot the three, he can't be in the NBA. Well, I just want somebody to tell me, why is Rudy Gobert in the NBA? Why? Why?
You playing that role, man.
Hey,
why?
Oh, he's the most, I guess, probably disrespected or non-respected player in the game.
He's stealing money from the league.
It's his fault, Icon.
They give it to him too.
You have never seen him come back in the off season. Oh, you said, he done got better.
Nope.
You can say it about Giannis. You can say it about other big men. Oh yeah, man, they got sharper. They got faster. They got quicker. Or they developed a jump shot. Or they feet better. Or their feet move better on defense. You know what I mean. You can say that, but Rudy Gobert, he just.
But Draymond Green don't got no skill set game at all. He just got a great IQ.
He got this. He got a ticker.
Yeah, he got a heart. He got a heart and an IQ. But we all 3 of us, 4 of us know If Draymond played back with Oak and them, he would not be having all them antics. Would not be acting like that back then. He was not.
No, but Rudy just come back like he been flying a kite off something.
He came back with Rudy. He let Rudy go. Get him, Jay.
Man, that don't make no sense, man. Hey, man, Rudy remind me of somebody like Eaton that used to play for the Utah Jazz back in the day.
Yeah.
Right.
Or eating like that.
You're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Manute Bol.
Mm.
Bobo.
Oh yeah, Manute Bol.
Wow.
Manute Bol, him, and what was the white dude named the real tall one? Chris.
Sean Bradley.
Oh my God, he was terrible for no. The two worst players to me on like to play the position was Sean Bradley and Eric Snow. Oh my God, we used to talk about it. Eric Snow he threw the ball with one hand up the court and just gave it to AI. He was just out there on the court. You know what I mean?
The fact that AI got that team to the finals is crazy.
Yeah, before we get back on the thing, I don't know if y'all seen that AI was on an interview with on somebody's podcast, and they were asking him. They was like, "Man, basically, how you drag that team. And you know how AI is. He like the world. He like, man, these was my teammates. They was dogs." And he was like, "Bruh, really?" He was like, "You had this player, that player, this, that, third. Really? They was hey, you really think that was a great team?" And AI, the way the dude said it, AI was like, he was almost like, "Man, you got me. I can't hear you."
I seen that interview. Yeah.
He couldn't even say that. And so we gonna take another quick break. We gonna be right back. Okay, we back here. We having an MJ, Kobe, LeBron debate.
So Icon, you talking about teams, right? So who had the worst team? The AI team or the LeBron team that got killed by Tim Duncan in the Spurs in the finals?
That's close. Close one. That's a close one. I don't know. Cause
who was the second best player on LeBron team?
Mo Williams,
Valja.
Ilgauskas.
Ilgauskas. Yeah, you can say Ilgauskas.
Yeah. You right. Mo Williams was the
tall dude. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But
Mo Williams, I think he made. Did he make what? I don't know if he made an All-Star. He might have just been in the 3-point contest or something.
I think he made an All-Star.
He made an All-Star game.
Yeah.
I know Ilgauskas did, just like Dikembe. He, of course,
I don't know why Ilgauskas made an All-Star game, man. For what, man? Pouring cereal in a bowl.
Hey, with you, man. So I don't know. That's a good question. I thought about that earlier too. Who had the worst team between them two, or whatever? Because how they drug them teams to the finals is crazy. Now I will say this about, and I'm gonna bring this thing up. A fun fact. Do y'all know that the year that LeBron lost to Dallas 4-1, do y'all know Kobe got swept the series before that by the same team? So people talk about how, and then the thing about it is now, when people say, "Oh well, it was a big three," but you got to remember now, that was the same Laker team that just won 2 championships. I looked up the roster; it was the same exact roster. So it's not. So you can't give excuse on either end. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron and them should have won that series, just like Kobe and them shouldn't have got swept by
that series went on Shaq on Kobe. That was on Shaq, man.
Shaq wasn't there.
Stop
it. What about Shaq? This is the Paul Gasol.
Man, listen. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna end this Shaq and Kobe feud for once and all. If Shaq took basketball serious, bro. If Shaq took basketball series, Shaq would have averaged 40 and 20 for 17 years, man.
Yep. And Kobe held him accountable.
And I ain't even talking about him shooting free throws. I'm just talking about averaging 40 and 20. And then if he just shot 50% from the free throw, man, come on, man. Like it's crazy. So I just really think that whole Dallas thing, or Dallas with the championship, man. Come on, man. It was some payola giving out there, man. Come on, man. The Dallas wasn't even that good, man. Get out of here.
Let me say this because Craig said earlier, and basically I'm gonna say this because y'all Kobe fans kill me sometimes. Oh, they hated him so much, and So first of all, to me, when we start talking about Jordan's 10 scoring titles and first NBA on defense and all of that, Kobe, how was Kobe in a GOAT conversation with one MVP?
Because I'm gonna tell you how. Would you give Steve Nash 2 MVPs back to back?
Nope.
Answer that for me. Answer that for you. Would you
Nope.
have given Steve Nash 2 MVPs back to back?
She shouldn't have got one.
Right. Shaq should have won the first one, and Kobe
should have won the second one.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, when people call against LeBron and being in the league for 22 years with only 4 titles, Kobe was in the league for 20 years with 1 MVP. So
5 rings, 5 chips though.
Always, you have to go ahead.
He got 5 of them things though.
Huh?
He got 5 of them big boys though.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
5 of them things, but LeBron in his 4 titles, he was MVP in all 4. Kobe wasn't the man the first 3. Shaq was.
And Craig, you're right. He got 5 of them things, and he didn't have to jump from each team
LeBron,
to each team.
Best player on his team. LeBron is
He didn't have to jump in this swimming pool and that swimming pool and this swimming pool.
He didn't, because he had the most dominant ever. He had Shaq.
But what I'm just saying, he was never LeBron. One was never.
Well, at least the last 2, then he was the best player. Then
Yeah, I give you that.
how about that? He got 5 rings. The last 2 rings, he was the best on his team.
I give you that.
Talking about Kobe?
Yeah,
The last 2 you talking about? He was with Paul Gasol and them.
yeah. So if
Yeah, of course he was the best player then.
He should have won 3. Boston
but he
should have beat him the first time.
yeah, he balling, man. I'm telling you, Kobe was balling then, though. I'm telling
Yes,
you, man.
sir.
The 40-point games, he was killing, man. Defensive number, he was first team defense. He's guarding the best player. He was killing. Like that joker was scoring 40 like 9 straight games. Man, he was killing. That joker was killing, man. He was killing.
Narrative for y'all. I'm gonna throw out another narrative. See if y'all agree. So when people talk about, okay, LeBron got saved by Ray Allen, LeBron got saved by a Kyrie, LeBron got saved in that. So if I looked at these stats the other day, even though I kind of already knew because I remember that game vividly. In Game 7 of Kobe's last championship, that Game 7, I ain't gonna say he choked, but Ron Artest won that game for them.
Yeah, he balled out.
Kobe had one of his worst games probably ever in the finals, and that's still probably in that playoff series or run. And he basically, if that would have been LeBron or whatever, they would have said he didn't show up. Yeah. And in that particular Game 7, Ron Artest had to kind of bail him out, like they say about LeBron. So, do y'all, when it comes to that, do you feel like, okay, these things that happen in a?
Did you just bring that up, man? Did you just bring up? Did you just bring up one? I know, no, man, no. Did you just bring up one moment in time? So I should do a duet with you. One moment in time. Did you just bring that one moment in time up?
Oh.
I'm just saying, but no. What I'm saying is, it's not about the one moment in time. I'm saying when you have times when somebody else made the shot, but when somebody made a shot in LeBron's situation, his career got saved. But they don't say it when LeBron, when Kobe, when Jordan, the one time he had to pass it to John Paxson or Steve Kerr, or even the games when Robert Horry made them lucky shots he made. People weren't saying that about
Big
Kobe.
Shot Bob. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just
don't
saying,
do that to Big Shot Bob.
They would
Big Box Job. Big Shot Bob that made several shots. He's just that dude, just be in the right place at the right.
You're right. But I'm saying,
you know what I'm saying? That's why they call him Big Shot Bob.
That would have been one less championship if that ball would have got tipped back to Robert Horry in that particular game, because that was a Game 7. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm just saying. To me, I just feel like moments happen during games where other people sometimes got to take the shot. It's not always going to be the GOAT or the greatest player, the best player on the team. But I feel like if you could take moments out of everybody's career and say, well, this happened, that happened. Even Tom Brady in his career, you could say this, da 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 da. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I come for Robert Ory to average 4.5 points a game and -2 rebounds and -5 assists a game. He stayed in the league longer than anybody. Big shot ball.
he really don't because he got 7 championships. But on the championship count, him and Steve Kerr the GOATs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah, boy. He got
Yeah,
seven chips, boy.
Sure
Like
do.
big shot ball. You know, so I don't know, man. And so this is the narrative, man. Who messed up the dunk contest? Who
messed it up?
Yeah, we know who messed it up.
Who messed it
Who
up?
messed it up by not getting in it was LeBron.
Yeah, man. All superstars used to be in dunk contests. All rising superstars that had highlight reels in the NBA was in dunk contests, man. Like
Well,
I feel like that should be mandatory, man. Mandatory.
Okay, well, we're gonna take a quick break, and I'm gonna tell you what I feel about that real quick. Okay, we back here on 910 Sports, and I'm gonna tell you why I feel like I don't agree, because I just feel like
What you doing?
sometimes you have to do exactly
Oh,
what somebody.
baby.
I think too many times in life we want to have to follow behind somebody else. You know, LeBron, if that wasn't his thing, that wasn't his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, man, it ain't about that one his thing. Cause you do it in the games, man. So hold up. That don't mean this ain't your thing. You just want to be the oddball. That's what that means.
That's my point. He want to be different. You know what I'm saying? People think everybody.
That ain't different. That's called a person that don't give the fans what they want. Here we go with this narrative again. Not giving the fans what they want to be the oddball, and we all know if you watch him at the podium, he don't never take no accountability.
Yeah,
man.
What got me with LeBron not entering the dunk contest? I don't remember what All-Star year it was, but he stood up during the dunk contest and said, "I'm preliminary putting my name in the dunk contest for the next year."
Yeah,
I think he should have at least gave the people one.
I ain't saying he had to do area, but I would have liked to see LeBron in one dunk contest.
Yes,
with
sir.
With all the windmills that he do and all the crazy acrobatic dunks he do during the game, I think I would like to see him at least one dunk contest, man. Just one. You know what I mean? Just one.
I'm gonna say this about LeBron that kind of irks me sometimes with him. Is sometimes he's that kid that always has to ask. Doesn't mean he's not great, but he's just that person that has to say, "Oh, I helped you across the street, old lady. Give me credit. I've saved a kid out of a burning building. I want credit."
Yeah, exactly.
That's one thing I don't like about LeBron. And I think the thing that messes him up sometimes is moments he does something out of impulse. Just like when he announced he was going to Miami, when he said the 4, 5, 16, that was exciting because I'm with my boys. Impulse moment. When he said it after the dunk contest, "Oh, I'm gonna put my name in it," it's an impulse moment. And you know how you do stuff in impulse, then you go home and you think about it, you like, "Dang, why'd I say that?" You know what I'm saying? Or why'd I do that? He's an impulse guy. You know what I'm saying? So that sometimes drives me crazy. Like LeBron, you don't have to speak on every tweet because you know they're gonna say something.
That's right.
You always put up an Instagram. Even when you decide to go off of social media this last couple of weeks, I get it. Just leave. It's like a rapper saying he retired. Why you think he retired? Just go away. You don't have to.
And he shouldn't be hanging with the Predator, the Jay-Z. You know Jay-Z look like the Predator of the movie.
Now he really like the camel.
Vincent from Beauty. Vincent from Beauty and the Beast. Oh, Catherine. Oh man.
So what I was gonna bring up something up before we got out of here, because it's our last episode of the year, so I want to get all this out. for this season. So it's our 12th and 13th episode that I'm gonna split up in 2 shows. So that's why it went on a little bit longer than it normally would have.
Last question I want to know is: Do y'all think year 22 is it for LeBron, or do y'all think he'll play 2 more years?
I think next year. Because reason why I said next year, I just talked about the impulse thing or the I want my credit thing. And I just talked about this with somebody yesterday. Because Dr. J did it. I think Barkley, a couple other players did it. I think Reggie Miller, they announced their retirement before their last season. And some players don't care about that. Some of them do. It just all depends on that player. Players do like a Jordan or a Kobe where they announce after that. Well, Kobe did it because we knew Kobe was retiring last year. You know, that's why he had 1 billion shots his last game. But anyway, so
Well, check this out. Check this out, though.
But before you say that, Jake, I was gonna say LeBron had already said he's probably gonna he wants the fanfare at the end. He wants to go in East Stadium and get the rocking chair and all the stuff they're gonna do for him for retirement. So he's already said that he probably wants to do that.
He's pulling a Coach K moment.
Duke Hazard.
Yeah, he's pulling a Coach K moment.
Yeah, he wants that, and I don't begrudge nobody for wanted it. Just like if you're on your job and you retire, sure you might want that Rolex watch at the end, or you might want that accolades. You might want the cake, and some people don't. Some people don't want the cake and the Rolex. They just want to dip out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't begrudge anybody for how. And to me, he's done so much for the game, whether you like him or hate him. Like Jacob said earlier, he put money in people's pockets that had no business making 20, 30 over
for sure.
kind of money. You know what I'm saying?
And he done been coached by 10 people.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm glad you said that. And I'm gonna ask y'all this because I heard a commentator say this the other day, or a basketball expert, so called. He said LeBron is probably the only superstar, like I guess you want to say in the GOAT conversation, a top 10 player that will have a coach, a great coach attached to his name.
That's true.
And so that's kind of like that's one of those things he has one up on the other two. Is they had a Pat Riley, they had a Phil Jackson. LeBron one with never having a so-called great coach.
But
Phil Jackson is great because Jordan went through that thing. Like Phil Jackson's Phil Jackson with Kobe and them because of so they together. Like Phil Jackson wasn't a great coach when he came to Jordan. He was a great coach because of what they did afterwards.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? So when they can't do that with Jordan. They might can do that with Kobe because he was a great coach when Kobe got him, but not with Jordan. They made each other, if you will. You get what I'm saying? Like it's that don't apply.
Well,
Phil Jackson was just a great motivator.
Yeah, he wasn't a great coach before he got there. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
well, Craig, I don't think they mean like great as far as him being. I think because like the championship. So before he got there, he had to Jordan down. Everybody knows this. He had to shit Jordan down and say, "Do you want to win scoring titles and be the greatest scorer, or do you want to win titles?" So let's say he would have kept having Doug Collins. Jordan might not have never won because Doug Collins was kind of like a yes man towards Jordan. He wasn't really holding Jordan accountable. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, Jordan still won scoring titles when Phil was there, though. But he got him to play winning basketball. I get what you're saying. So I agree. You got to have he was a good coach for Mike, and had Mike's respect for whatever reason of motivating, like Quick said, and all of those type things. But I mean, after he left is when he got the the mystique of who he was, if you will, right? So it is what it is. I get it. But
yeah, it was just an interesting way because it's an opinion. Or but it was an interesting statement when I forgot. I want to say it was Colin Cowherd or somebody, but it was an interesting statement when they said that. When I knew kind of that, but I never really thought about it in that way. That all the other greats always going to have somebody like Magic had Phil and Bird had Casey Jones, and you know what I'm saying. Like everybody pretty much had that's considered probably top 5, top 10 player. Even at this point, I mean, it depends on what you think of Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr is going to be attached to Curry as being one of the greats. You know
Well,
what I'm
then Spoelstra should be attached to LeBron.
Huh?
Spoelstra should be attached to LeBron then.
Who, the cameraman?
Eric Spoelstra is a great coach, man.
Okay.
And he a good cameraman too.
Eric Spoelstra, he's a great coach. You think about where he come from. He paid his dues in the league.
That's
He
true.
did.
That's
He
true.
paid
think
his
he's a good
dues.
coach.
Okay,
think
we're
he's
going
a
to take the last break. This is our last final break. We're going to come back, and I'm going to ask y'all about that real quick when you say about him being the cameraman.
That's what he was. I mean, I
Jake
ain't
is
lying.
great.
Not necessarily being the cameraman, but about that whole narrative with Eric Spoelstra. Be right back.
I just look at him as the cameraman, the turncoat. That's all.
Okay, we back. Now, this is what I want to ask y'all. Pat Riley is considered one of the greatest coaches of all time, right? We all agree. But
Yeah.
has he failed Eric Spoelstra in Miami since LeBron, Dwayne Wade retired? Has he failed them? Because to me, I've always said this, and I want your opinion first on this, Craig. I feel like Jimmy Butler is a 2, sometime masquerading as a 1, because he's not a true number 1. He has his number 1 moments, but I don't think the reason why they've never gotten over the hump because he's needed that other person. Because Bam is more like a 3. You know what I'm saying? So you almost got like both of them like too high on the totem pole on your team.
I think you give Jimmy Butler a bad rep because Jimmy Butler is there right after LeBron and Bosh and Wade did what they did, man. Like, yeah, bro. Like, who he gonna get? You talking? Hold up, man. You talking about LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. We know Jimmy can get them to the finals, but they won't get him no help. But Jimmy have to take all that flack because the GMs ain't doing their job.
But
I think that's a little ill, man. Because ain't no number 2 gonna get you to the finals like that, man. Not no number 2. A number 1 can do that.
You're not hearing me, though.
The East is weak. The East is weak.
Exactly.
Man, here you go. You must be a West Coast fan.
No, it's not that. I'm a basketball fan.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the East. The Eastern Conference has been weak even when LeBron went to 8 straight finals. It's just weaker.
But what I was saying was that Pat Riley failed it because you gonna sit there and you can't tell me that Pat Riley, if he really wanted to, could have got people to come to Miami. We talking Miami.
Maybe.
I don't think it's Pat. I don't.
Maybe.
I think people has not wanted to follow what LeBron, Wade, and Bosh has done. Jimmy Butler was the only one that stepped up to the plate and said, "Hey, I'll go to South Beach. I'll be man enough to try to handle this." Now, if you put Spoelstra as the coach of the Boston Celtics with Tatum and Brown and those guys, Boston going to the finals every year.
Okay, well, if you're gonna say that, then that means Pat Riley. The myth about him is overrated because they act like that Pat Riley was the best car salesman, show salesman, whatever they ever created in NBA history. And if you can't talk some players to come to Miami to play, I don't care who he played after. If you can't talk them to come to play in Miami, then that means Pat Riley talk game is overrated.
It's hard to follow that act, man.
But I'm not saying quick that Spoelstra is not a good coach.
Yes,
but,
sir.
But I can say this quick. TD Jakes could have won with LeBron, Wade, and Bosh.
But
they didn't win that much. That's why I'm laughing. They didn't win that much. They only won 2.
They won 2. They
put that impressive down there to me.
From where Spoelstra come from, though. Okay, if that's the case, then let's call it. The Splash Brothers and Kevin Durant made Steve Kerr who he is.
That's true.
Yeah.
Just like Mark Jackson turned their whole Golden State franchise around, and then they fired him.
And he's been blackballed ever since.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Agreed.
This is another fun fact. I don't know, y'all may or may not know. You know, Eric Spoelstra has like the the most like 30-point blowouts in the playoffs out of any coach that's considered like these GOAT coaches.
I think he's a great coach, though. You know what I mean? I do think he's a great coach, but I think that he'll be a greater coach with somebody else.
Yeah, I think sometimes we give the players play.
Right.
And I'm a player first, right? So even Pat Riley, they say whatever. I mean, you had Magic Johnson, you had Kareem, you had all them. So that's why you was the great coach. But and like you said, bro, like yeah, you might have been a better coach for certain people, but if you get a coach, like you said, bro, TD Jakes can make any of them teams win if they got the right players around. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of these teams, from the Jordans to whatever, Jordan then was going, when that team gelled, they were going to win the championship, right? Yeah. So of course, Phil was the guy rolling with them. Pat Riley was the guy rolling with Magic and them. Spoelstra was, I think, he a decent coach as well. But like all-star coaches, where they just like, you know, where I look at a coach like that, where I'm like how you could take a player, like I could take this coach and put him anywhere with any roster, and then he gonna do the same thing, right? So, and I don't see no coaches like that. You gotta have the players, bro. Right. You ain't got the players, you ain't winning.
Yeah, it's a players league. The thing will make Steve. The thing what's gonna make Steve Kerr so great. Mm-hmm. Steve Kerr is gonna go down the coach that had that glue that gelled his team together. Mm-hmm. He fought to keep them boys together as long as he could. You know, fighting with the GM, fighting with the front office. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna be down there, coach that had a recipe to keep the team together, not win this championship and go trade this person and go trade this person. And that's the problem with many teams, man. They don't want to keep with, like, we're gonna say the Lakers. The Lakers should have never got rid of Rondo. They should never got rid of Dwight Howard, and they should have kept JaVale McGee. Like right. That was the glue. You know what I mean? You know, that free AD up so much because you can rotate them bigs in there. You know what I mean? And then when Rondo came in to the game, the whole energy and the whole atmosphere of the game changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, Rondo held Bron more accountable than the head coach would.
Right. Yeah, I think he got old kind of quick at the end. Like it's like he went like CP3. CP3 looked like he 40. Like LeBron still playing like he's 35, 34, 35. Yeah. CP3 looked like he like Vince Carter at the end. They just look. Yeah.
But that's what you have when you become a player coach. CP3 just in there to be a player coach. You know what I mean? That's all.
Well, he need to go to the sideline then.
Yeah. It's over with. It's over with.
I mean, you know.
Hey, but like,
man, let that man get his last bag, man. There y'all go, man. There y'all
go, right, man. You're right.
He got enough money. All them doggone State Farm commercials, he good. So he need to just go on. Him and Cliff need to go on off and do more State Farm commercials. So anyway, man, I appreciate y'all coming on, giving y'all time tonight or whatever. We had a good, healthy conversation.
Yeah, so it's fun, man.
The one thing I want people to learn is that you can have healthy conversations when you're talking about players, and none of us bashed anybody. We kind of talked about the things that we've seen, different players for whatever reason. Of course, Craig thing is way up here, and everybody down here. So
it ain't even close, bro. It ain't even close. I'm telling you.
But we didn't have to bash anybody
to
talk about other players and what they did, because all of them great in their own way. All of
Absolutely.
them.
Except for Rudy. Rudy looked like
yeah, we did get on Rudy though.
Rudy looked like he belonged on the Gerber baby commercial.
Yeah.
He got no big man conversation. You know what I mean? So, we had a healthy conversation. It was good.
Yeah.
Just to kind of, talk about everybody's perspective, learning what everybody really thought about each player. And like I said, the things that LeBron doing right now is blowing my mind, whether you think it'll go or not.
It's man. It's
amazing.
It's amazing.
I agree.
But, like I said, in the end, like we all talked about the Lakers, it's kind of crazy because LeBron and Kobe should have left and went somewhere else. because it was times he was gonna leave that people don't know. It was a couple of different times. He probably
Yeah.
should have left the last 4 years because he probably could have had a greater ending. And what LeBron Pelinka do, he might well just sit at the bar and collect his checks because he absolutely doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But anyway, y'all, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed week. Craig,
Man.
you doing what you doing. You know what I mean? I'll
Blessings,
all the time, and hopefully one of these times I can get down there to the Rock because I know
blessings, man.
Pastor Curry, y'all inspiring people, and congratulations on him on his single doing
Yes,
that. And I know you're gonna continue to be blessed because you blessing so many lives, and especially youth and young people and people, you know, even your peers. You know,
man, blessings,
I
man.
spoke a couple years ago. I'm gonna give you a flower real quick. When I first seen y'all church, and some of the people I rolled with,
Mhm.
I seen them. I was like, well, I know they doing something over there because I know how I used to get down with these folk back in the day, and I ain't judging them. I'm just saying
With you, bro.
the impact that y'all have on people's lives to help
Yes,
them
sir.
is a great thing. You know what I'm
Glory
saying?
to, glory to God, man. I appreciate you, bro. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah.
Great. Keep on keeping on, man. Keep on
Man,
keeping on.
blessings, man. Blessings for having me been back on here, man. Thank y'all for all y'all do, man. Just having me on
Yes,
here
man.
quick, bro. You know, it's good to see you as always, man. Just great conversation, and thank you for having me, y'all.
Like,
Man,
man,
for real.
keep on building that ark like Noah. Yes, sir.
Come on, sir. Come on, sir.
Yes, sir.